Hello everybody. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you as well. Just going to move the camera a little bit down because, hold on, I think I'm too far up. Here we go. Good morning. I was actually watching Carol Oz this morning and a couple of others, trying to just catch up with some people, and my daughter's here, so we had some fun watching some videos and some of my previous videos that she hadn't seen, so that was fun. It's always nice to watch them on the TV because, you know, you get that big screen, you know, and you get a lot of, I don't know, you see a lot more when you do watch it on the TV, so we sat in our jammies and just, you know, had such a nice morning. My husband made us a nice breakfast, and it was just great. It's so fun having her here. She's just a sweetheart. She's 40. She actually just turned 40. She'll be 41 in May. Wow, I just realized that. So she came down for a few days just by herself, just to kind of have a little getaway and actually help me organize. She is a master organizer. And I do have one cabinet left to organize. It's a small cabinet, but it's got all my antique papers and documents and things like that in it. And she's just come up with a way to organize it for me, so she'll be doing that soon. So anyway, while I was watching Carol Oz, she had actually, you know, she was just playing with things on her desk. It was like 11 months ago that she had done these. And I'll try to link that below. You know how bad I am at that. However, do you remember, I mean, you may have not have seen this video yet, but I had made these collage boards. You know, well, they're really not boards because I do mine on tea stain paper because it's easier to sew them. And I like to sew them after I do them. You don't ever have to. I just do that. And you can't really see the thread. You can, obviously, when you see it in the book, but you can't see it on camera. You can, obviously, on that side, but it'll be backed. Or depending on what I use it for. I'll actually show you what I've used it for so far in our, in my tab journal. But I used it so far here. Oh, no, I didn't. That's just a pocket. And I just wrapped this pocket around here and made a little tuck spot. So I did that off camera, and I'll tell you why in a minute. And then we have our journal. And then I needed a tuck spot here for something else that I had made off camera, and I'll show you those in a minute. So I've done that. I haven't decorated it yet or anything. But it's there, it's all sewn, and it's in there. And then I did this. I put this in here. And the reason why I did this is because the tape, when I put the binding together, the tape on these two sides, you know, one was really wide here and long. This was short, but it was wide, you know, because it was the 3, but one was wider than the other, and longer than the other, and it was bothering me. So I just added this to add 2 tuck spots, and I just, you know, punched it. So that's all I've done so far, and I added the rest of the collage board here as a tuck spot. Okay, so that's what I've done so far. And then I was watching Carol this morning, and she had a similar color, what do you call these? Collage boards, sorry. And she put doilies on it. And I have the same doilies. So anyway, I just decided to come into my craft room and find my doilies, which I'm pretty sure they're in my, I know I have some cut out, so I'm pretty sure they're in my ephemera book. I'm gonna take a quick sip. Sorry. Thank you. I'm very sorry I keep doing that, but I have to keep up with my water, and I'm gonna just straighten you out a little bit. I have to keep up with my water. So I'm just gonna pull out one of my, I don't know which one they're in, so let me just flip through these real quick. I should have done this prior to, but I didn't. This, if you wanted to know, if you haven't seen this video yet, these are ephemera books I made a long time ago. And all I did was I took, this is just a Reader's Digest book that I had taken the insides out of, and I was going to use it for a journal, but I had never done it. I've got like, I don't know, 8 Reader's Digest that I was going to use as journals, and I haven't done it yet. One day I will. So I didn't do anything to it. The only thing I did was I took cardstock, I folded it in half, okay? So that's one piece of cardstock folded in half, and then cut to fit the book. And I sewed that in. Then I took another piece and I sewed that in, and then I took another piece and I sewed that in, and then I just put acetate on it. See? Like that. And then for my, and obviously they are not in here, so they must be in my other one. So then the other one I made was out of a cereal box. This is an image. This is just a cereal box. And this is an image from the Graphic Fairies. I glued it on the the paper. And then I covered it with some, it's like a high gloss varnish for paper. And so I covered it to make it look like, an old book. And then I put a piece of lace on it, or doily. Just, because. And again, I was going to use it for a book cover, and I never did. So this time I got smart and I used file folder. And again, just folded it in half, cut it to size, and put it in my book. But this time I used tracing paper, because why use up the acetate, And I've had these for at least 2 years, and I still have pages I've yet to finish. These are all fabric words, and this is all fabric stuff that I've cut. But I've still I still have 3 pages left. So this is just an idea for an ephemera book. Oh, there they are. So I'm going to pull these doilies out, and I'm going to attach them to here. So how are you all today? Have I asked you that? But this is just oh, here's another one you might be able to use. I just think it's a great idea. I mean, they're so simple. It's just a 3 pamphlet stitch. And then it goes right through the book, and then I just put this over it. And it costs nothing. It was a cereal box and 2 images from the Graphic Fairies that make it look like a book. Crazy, right? But you could put any image on there. Any image, any paper image, or, whatever you want on the front, and then you've got this book. I just put the gloss on it to make it look aged, and to keep it protected, the paper protected. So those are just 2 of my ephemera books. I have many more, but it's great to have them, because then you can just go to them. So, anyway, here are my doilies. I just pulled out a few, because you know me, I'm so indecisive, and God knows I'll be here all day. And I have to remember that I'm using it in this book. So, where Carol, I don't know if she had a specific book for them, but I just thought this was such an awesome idea to add, to your collage. So I've already sewed it, and now I'm just going to put down, some doilies here. I think this one's too big. It is. So I'm just going to put some down, here and there. Higgly-piggly, as Carol says. Just make sure I don't put down the same ones. And I really don't remember how many she put down. I don't remember how many she put down. I did pull out some earlier, but they were bigger, and I auditioned them for like 20 minutes. See, now this one is this one, so I really don't want to use that one. That's good. And I don't want them completely on the page, which, I mean, you could. I don't remember if Carol did or not. I don't remember, but that's not going to go on the full page. And I think I'll have that off the full page because I don't want to really lose the whole page, but I don't want to lose a lot of the doily either. And I'm going to be cutting this up. So this is just to give you an idea. And you know what? I really don't care if there's two of the same on here because, like I said, it's going to get cut up. So what difference does it make? Let's make sure that, maybe I'll do this. So anyway, my bigger doilies just, they didn't work. So these doilies I got a long time ago from Rachel at Roxy Creations, if you're interested. I'm pretty sure she probably still has them. She has a bunch of doilies. Just go on Roxy Creations and type in doilies. Or linens, or I forget. I'm going to leave that whole thing on there because I really like that. But I will cut a little bit of that off, and cut a little bit of that off, and a little bit of that off. And then, okay. So now I'm going to glue them down, and then we'll cut it up, and then we'll see what happens, okay? So what's on your desk today? I think I'm going to not cut that one off. I'm going to leave that whole thing. I'm going to leave them all on. I'm going to leave them all on. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to leave them all on. I'm not going to cut any off. Because, yeah, I'm just going to. Do you think this is too dark for this whole thing? Yeah, I'm taking that off. Okay. Okay. Maybe I'll take this one off too. There. That's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's even better because now I have an odd number. You know how I am. Wish I had another whitish one. I have a dark blue one. I have one that's kind of red. Oh dear. What if I did something like, no, it's just not gonna match. Or let's do this. No, can't. That's too close to that. All right, never mind. Never mind. Ugh. Just leave it alone, Cheryl, and glue it down. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Okay, we're done. Let's glue it down. Get my glue book. Sometimes I use my glue book, sometimes I don't. The thing about this glue book is that it has so many great things in it, so I have to be really careful because I just love these. I love this book, and it's got great like poetry in it and like this postcard, so when I use it I have to be really careful of the pages that I glue on. Like this is like March 1908 Gordon Square. Like it just, I don't know, there's so many great pages in this book. It's not an old book at all by any means. I got it from the Dollar Tree, but like this is a letter from February of 1910, and you know, if I tea stained that, that would be just fabulous, you know? So I have to be very careful when I use it. And like that black back page, like these pages and stuff, it's Dearest Gina in 1912. Oh, it's so hard to use it. But anyway, I'm going to. Because this page doesn't bother me. It's like later and whatever. I don't know. I don't remember what the last page was. So I have to be careful when I use it because, yeah, there's great stuff in it I can cut out and put in my I have another one, another ephemera book that has book page stuff in it that I like to use. And like if it's a newer book, then I just tea stain it lightly, not very dark, just to make it look a little bit like the 1906, like it was really a book from 1906, because who will know? Nobody, except for the typography. But, oh well. So we'll just glue that down here and hope that it dries quick enough. I didn't even put that on straight. Did you notice that? Go me. And usually what I'll do, and I think I will, I just had to order some more glue, guys. I don't know what's going on with me and glue lately, but I keep a back stock. And I went to get my art glitter glue this morning out of my back stock, and it wasn't there. I had already used it. So this is all I have left until Wednesday. Sorry. It is a cloudy day here today. It's rained a little bit. My baby ducks are loving it. I haven't been able to get any video or pictures yet, but as soon as I do, you'll know, because it will be up on my Facebook and probably my Instagram. They are so darling. Guys, I am a nature freak. Didn't get out for my walk this morning, but that's okay. My daughter did, but she's a marathon runner. So, she got out for her run this morning at 5:30. I was fast asleep. So, here we go. She hasn't run a marathon in a while, but she's run Chicago, New York, the Disney Marathon 100 times. Well, it seems like 100 times. Her and her dad ran the Disney Marathon. He wanted to run a marathon by the time he was 50, so they ran that together. And then he decided to run the next year, and she got pregnant, and she was so sad because she was almost 9 months pregnant when the marathon was. So she couldn't run with him that year. She was with me and in the stands, and we went from place to place to cheer him on. Well, the whole family, of course. Those were the days. I can't believe it's been 20 years, because he's 70 now. And he was 51 when he ran that second one. And she was pregnant with her son Noah, who just turned 20 in January. I'm sorry, February 14th, and the marathon was in January. So, and that was the last time John ran a marathon. It was actually, he still ran every day for exercise, and then he gave up running after his knees started bothering him. But Nicole, she's been running since she was 10 months old. Literally. Oh my gosh, that girl. You have no idea. She started walking when she was 10 months old, and she ran. But she had to keep up with her brother, who was 18 months older than her, and her sister, who was 3 years older than her. I had 3 under the age of 3 at one point. But that's okay. I have 5 total. The last 2 were adopted, Lindsay and Colby. Yeah, they were foster children we had. And Colby we got when he was 10 days old in foster care. And we adopted him when he was 2.5 because he was unable to go back to his mom. And then Lindsay, we got her when she was 11 months old. And I was a social worker, and I had told the office, no more foster children, guys. Don't do it. But my girlfriend called me and she said, I promise just a 45-day assessment. Can you please take her? And it was 5 o'clock in the afternoon and they didn't have anybody to take her. And I said, of course. And you know, it's always God. It's always meant, you know, in the end you see, you know, that it was a plan. So anyway, we obviously, I went and got her and brought her home. And it was February, and unfortunately, Lindsay's mom passed away that following December. And so I said to John, well, there's nobody to take her. Can we? And he's like, Cheryl, we have 5. One's in college. I said, I know. He said, I'm 43 years old. I said, I know. He said, absolutely. I was like, yay. So, anyway, it took a while. I mean, she was 2. No, she wasn't. Let's see. She had turned a year old. We got her in February. She turned a year old in March. Her mom died in December. So I suppose she was like 18 months old. And the adoption finally went through when she was in June. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, in June. And we moved here that July from Massachusetts. So I don't know how I got into that story. Sorry about that. And then when we moved here, I said to John, so what do we do? Like, I mean, you know, of course, his mom had passed away shortly before we moved, and Dad was, you know, adamant he wasn't moving from there because, you know, he had been with the same church for 50 years and in the choir and what have you. So he was adamant he wasn't coming with us, but we had built the house and knowing he eventually would, and 3 months later, yes, he did. So that was wonderful. He lived with us and I cared for him. He ended up getting sick and I cared for him for 3 years. So that was wonderful, and he taught Lindsay how to write her name, and it was great. Great times, wonderful memories. So let me just wipe some of that glue out because well, actually I don't think it's glue, I think it's threads. But I used that glue so that it would dry fast so we could cut it up, and so that the edges would be stuck down because I'm not going to sew over them. I'm just going to cut it out. Isn't this a great idea? Carol, if you're watching, I just need to let you know you're a genius because I think this is a fabulous idea. So there you go. And I'll decorate it further with putting different things on it once we cut it up and figure out what we're going to use it for. Which I'm thinking, you know, it's going in this journal, so I have to be cognizant of that. Or aware, whatever the word is. That might not have been the right word. So how many children do you have? I have 7 grandchildren. No great-grandchildren yet. Noah's the oldest, and he's not married. Of course, he's 20. I was 21 when I got married, but nowadays they get married at 30 or not at all. So there we go. What do you think? I think it's great. I think it's a great idea. Let's cut it up. Now, here's my thing. I am not going to look at it when I cut it up. I always do. I don't remember if Carol did or not. And the great thing, this is just me, you don't have to do it this way. The great thing about cutting up a masterboard that you put on tea stain paper, and especially graph paper because it's thin, is it cuts on your on your cutter. You don't need a guillotine or anything because it's not heavy. It's very, very lightweight. So it's almost like Franken paper, but it's not because I glued it onto here as opposed to sewing each piece together. Make sense? Okay. So let's get out our cutter and see how it goes. What else do I have to tell you about today? Nothing much. I think I've talked enough. Me and my chatting. Can't help it. I just love being with y'all. I'm asking again, and I'll probably ask until the cows come home, for an unanswered, an unspoken prayer for a friend. And God always knows what those are. Oops, I wasn't going to watch. Okay, how should I cut it up? This way or this way? Which way? Oh dear. See, I don't know what I'm going to use it for. Am I going to use it for tags, pockets? Let me just see something here. I need a pocket here, but I think I have a different idea for that. This is going to be writing with maybe a pocket there. Maybe journal cards. We'll see. Let's cut it up this way. So how big is a journal card? It's like, I don't know. I don't really remember. I'll do it 4 inches. Okay? So there's 4. Just have a look real quick. Okay. That didn't really work out as well. But 4 by, I don't know. How big are they, guys? 4 by 5? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Dang. It didn't really, I cut through the, but that's okay. I cut through a little bit there. Okay, let's do it. Let's go that way. So this one will be some sort of tag. How big are tags? I'll do 3. No? Yes? I'll do 3. And then this one will be, I don't know, a pocket or a journaling card. Okay, you ready? The exciting part. Oh, how long are tags? They're like, I don't know. We'll make this 5. If we have to cut it down, we can cut it down, and then we have this little spot. All right, let's see what we have here. And then I'll show you some ways you can decorate them. Let's not turn them over yet. Oops. All right, let's get rid of this. Look at me go, guys. I'm not being fussy. And not because of the comment I got. It has nothing to do with that. Do you love it? Do you love it? I love it. I love it. Carol, you're a genius. Oh my goodness, I love these. This one could use some more, obviously, and this one, but oh my goodness, I love them. I think this one goes. It doesn't matter, as long as the words aren't upside down. Okay, okay. This one I'm not real crazy about because it didn't cut in half. It's kind of just there, but that's all right. When we decorate it, it'll be good. So what I thought of is just, for example, since it's going to go in this journal, I could do something like this. I could do something like this or this, or actually this. It really doesn't matter. But since you might not be doing that, I decided what I'd do is pull out a couple of things that you might like or that you might be working with, like a Tim Holtz person, or look, you could do something like, turn this over. Oh no, here, look. You could do something like this, put some flowers on it, or actually, since that flower is going that way, I would do this. I probably wouldn't use that flower, but I'm just giving you some examples. What else do I have in here? Let me pull this closer so I'm not reaching in front of your face. I thought, look at her. She's not long enough. I mean, she's too long, but you could fussy cut her out if you had a longer one, which I don't. Why didn't I make any tags? But you could cut her out if this was longer and put her on there. Should be beautiful. You could do something like this. Well, not that one. Here's a bunch of my own photography. So you could do something like these. I have these in like a marsh area. So you could do, you know, something like your own photography on those. I didn't want to put her face in because, you know, you could do something like that. You know, perfect. This is I took at my daughter's house last summer. That one too. But look at how pretty would that be? I don't know how to I don't know how to like make them lighter or darker. I wish I did, but I don't. Look at that one. And then this one, that would be pretty. Or say, actually, that would actually be better on this one because it's more, you know, rectangular. And then this one would likely go like here. But use your own photography. Like, take pictures and just, you know, print them and use them. Oh, look at her. I'm definitely going to use her because she's very sassy and it's going to my friend. So I'll definitely use her on something. Let's see. We'll do this one, okay? Let me fussy cut her real fast. You know, I'm not too slow, so you can move, you know, forward through this one if you want. But I'm just gonna kind of fussy cut her. I don't know what kit she came from. I think Ruby and Pearl. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I probably did. One of her kits, you know, part of one of her collage pages. But I just save all these in my, you know, I just pulled a bunch out of my ephemera book just so I could have like an example. But when I saw her, I thought, ooh, this would be good for her because, you know, let's put someone sassy in there. Ooh, she's pretty. Is she too small? She's kind of cut off. We'd have to put something under her because she's like just there, you know. What is she looking at, I wonder? She needs to be looking at something. What could she be looking at? Oh, look at this one, guys. Her and her friends. I'll probably cut this out and put it, you know, on something. And then I thought, I took this picture. It's just bath salts because I wanted her to relax. So, and I just printed it on copy paper, you know, shrunk it down. I'll probably take that white off, but yeah, I could make that smaller. But yeah, I want her to relax. Oh, and then I saw this one, so I cut it out. I think this might be from Rachel. I'm not sure. But anyway, I thought that would be fun because it's like, you know, a bunch of girls talking and chatting. So anyway, you have the idea of all the different things you can do besides, you know, what I suggested. What about that? I could fussy cut around that or not. But what could she be looking at? She needs to look at something. What could she be looking at? What do I have in here that she could be looking at? She needs to look at something. She can't just stand there and look at nothing. Oh no, I'm sorry guys. Well, you know what? I'll get back to that one. Because like I said, she definitely needs to be looking at something. She's got that look on her face like, ooh, la la. No, not really, but you know. These are my little girls. So I just thought I'd fussy cut some of these. Maybe, and put those on there. Oh, she could be looking at some flowers. No. All right, I'll work with her later. Just make sure I keep one aside for her. I'll keep this aside for her, and I'll show you another time. And then for these, I think I might make drawing cards out of these because they're so cute, and I've already got them made. So I thought that they would be cute, you know, on a journaling card. But I'd put it more down here. Should I put book page or something behind it, or do you think that's enough? I think it's enough. And then I might add a word, like, how about you are beautiful? I want to remind her of how beautiful she is, because she is a beautiful person inside and out. Or you are beautiful. I'll stick with that. There we go. You are beautiful. I need some fabric or something under that. All right, well, just do one, okay? And then I'll decorate the others and show you when I'm done. What time are we? 37? Okay, that's good. Now, what I think I might do prior to putting these on, and this will only take a second, but I'm going to show you something. It'll only take a second. It dries really fast. If I have it, I just remembered what I do. Okay. So what I do, and I think you'll like this. Oh, I have another doily here. I'll put that back. What I do is I take some, you can take anything. Decoupage, anything. But this just kind of adds a little bit of something to it and dries really fast. But it just adds, I do this on my photographs. Where is my little sweater? I do this on my photographs to age them. Where's my little, oh, excuse my reach. But I'm just gonna take a little bit. That's a little bit too much. That's good. And I do this, and watch what it does. It just kind of, I don't care if it gets on my mat because I can just wipe it off. But it just kind of ages it up a little bit and just kind of, I don't know, you'll see the difference in a minute. And like I said, it just, I don't know, it just really adds to it, I think. But you can use decoupage, you can do, this is just matte medium. Okay? And I use this because it dries fast and it's not sticky. And in Florida, I cannot use decoupage, or whatever it's called. It just, I'll show you the difference once I'm done. So just spread it on there, like so. And like I said, it dries really fast. And once I'm done, I'll show you the difference. Just make sure I get my edges good. And I will back this with a piece of, you know, probably file folder, tea stain file folder for writing, because this is a writing journal. And then I'll show you one more thing and then we'll be done. I won't put her on yet because, you know, I have to pull out some laces and fabrics and a button or something. You know me. Well, not a button because it's a journaling card, but okay, let me just get, okay. All right, so then if you use these, they're great because then you just need a paper towel and it comes right off. And then you can just put that away and you're done. And like I said, it's matte medium. I'm pretty sure this is gloss. I grabbed the gloss. It doesn't matter whether you use the gloss or the matte. This is the Soft Gel Gloss Brilliant. Soft body, clear drying, acrylic medium, transparent. It doesn't say whether it's matte or gloss. I think the other one might say matte. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't say anything. I'm just gonna lift this up and get this off because we don't want to get it on our project. Oh, excuse my reach. It's just, this is just hand sanitizer for those of you that are new. If you get ink or glue or anything on your hands or mat, like with Fabri-Tac, I've got to get it right off my hands right away. Otherwise it burns them. I don't know why. But it does. So continue please to pray for Carol Ann from CAJ Crafts. Visit her channel please when you have an opportunity. Give her a like, a thumbs up, a comment, wish her well. She's still in hospital. As far as I know, she's still in hospital. And also, my friend in Australia, her name is Jen Wren. Some of you may know her. If you could please keep her in your prayers and thoughts. I talked to her last night via Facebook, and that was wonderful because we hadn't talked in a while. And she is recovering from very, very serious surgery. So it's going to take a long, she's on a long journey. So that would be Jen Wren, and she's from this community, and we have been friends for a very long time. And thank God for technology, because it's so good to see people's faces, especially after they've been sick, and you can actually see them and know that, you know, they're on their road to recovery. So that's a good thing. And of course, Kathy. Kathy, you better not be watching, because then you'll see your surprise. But I know you're not watching because you told me you can't even watch a video. So, okay. So, see? It's dry. It's all dry. And here's the difference. See how much more brilliant it brings out the color? Well, maybe you don't in the camera, but it really does make it so much more, I don't know, brilliant, if you will. It gives it just a little bit of added touch. So then when we put her on, she'll look so cute. And like I said, I'll do some lace or something up here with the word on it. And then I'll probably just, like, you know, go around with my scissors and edge it up a little bit to make it look a little bit more vintage, but still on the, I'm still in the pink. I'm sorry, I just noticed that, but I'm trying. I really am trying to get away from pink a little bit and do a little bit more, you know, I'm still going to be in the pastel family. But anyway, what do you think? Isn't she cute? She's adorable. So that's it, folks, for today. I'll finish these up off camera, but I do want to show you something if you want to stay for one more minute. Here she is. She'll likely go here. She fits good. She covers up that doily too much, though, so she'll probably go here because I don't want to cover up the doily too much. So she'll likely go somewhere here. And then we have our other ones for something else. So those are a couple of things you can do with your master boards. And you know what? It's great because I did those so that I could use them for whatever, never realizing, oh, wait, I can use them in this journal. So I wanted to show you something. So my friend got sick in March and she wants to keep a journal of her journey from when she got sick until, you know, through like the spring and summer. So Rachel at Roxy Creations and Heather at, she got this idea from Heather at, I'm so sorry, Heather. I'll look it up and I'll put it in the description box below because I've been making these since I saw them with Heather. And then Rachel at Roxy Creations did them recently as well. Oh my God. I can't stand it when I do that. Heather at Rose Hill Paper Rose Hill Paper Cottage. Okay. So she makes these and they're very simple, and I'll take this one apart. But she did, so my friend had her, fell ill in March. So I remembered that Heather had made these, and I thought, oh, I'll do those. So remember, I want a lot of writing space. So all you do is you take any kind of document or photo or letter or book page or whatever you want, and then you fold it in half. You fold this up, and then you take something and wrap it around so that it can slide on and off, like so. All right? And then you fill it with whatever you want. But what I've filled mine with, and as you can see, she'll be able to write on this side because it's on tea stain paper. So I just ran it through my paper. I ran it through my printer on tea stain paper. So, and then you just add that. You just wrap something around it. And this is just a scrap I had, so I wrapped that around it. It's just ledger. And then I put a postcard in there for writing. I'll probably put something on the postcard. So that goes in there. And then these are from Ruby and Pearl, and they are French ledger, which I printed on my onion skin paper, which is typing tape. It's just typing paper. And so I folded it up so she could write on it. And so I did one for March, one for April, and one for May. And I tucked that in. Did I tuck it in here? Where did I tuck it? Yeah, I tucked it in here. No, I didn't. I tucked it in here so you could see it. So it says March. And then this is two friends. I thought, you know, they look like friends. This comes from I don't know who. It's just something I had in my ephemera book. But it just looked like two friends. And then, yeah, it's just a scrap I had. So I put it on this scrap, and I put that right in the front underneath that. And then another scrap I had, I thought she could use, you know, for writing. I just thought it was pretty. So I put that in here. I put that in here where the postcard is. I just have to remember to decorate that, and I might put a little note on that. And then this slides right in the front, sort of like a little decoration. And you could like fold this down and crunch it up and, you know, make it look aged. So that's gonna go inside this pocket. So that's for March. And then I did one Thought I did one for April and May. I know I did. Oh no, I had some Happy Mail too I wanted to show you, but I don't have time. I'll have to do another video. Oh, here they are. So here's April. April is going to go in here with a paper clip just because I don't trust this tuck spot. So I'll just put a little paper clip on that. So if you have a tuck spot and, you know, you're just a little bit concerned that it might fall out, or you want to kind of peek it out so that she knows it's there, you can do that. And I still have to put some gloss medium on this. I haven't done that yet, but it is sewn and it is on there. So that will go there. That's, oops, I put it on 2 pages. It doesn't matter. I'll do that later. And then May will go here. Maybe. I don't know if it will fit. And I still have to decorate it, and I still have to put some more things in there. But May will go here. And I think that will be good, because then she can write about June, July, August, you know, as it goes on in her little journal. It's gonna fit or no? Yes, it does. Yay. So my plan worked. So that will be in there for her to write about her little journey as she gets well. And then I haven't decided on that page yet. And then this could be a tuck spot, say for some journaling cards, you know, like this one and perhaps this one. See? I still have to decorate these 2 pages. I still have to do some of the matte gel and maybe decorate a little bit. I have some butterflies and things from the Blooming Sisters kit, which I called the Six Sisters kit yesterday, but I meant the Blooming Sisters kit on Lydia's Raindrop Lila on Etsy. Raindrop Lila on Etsy, Blooming Sisters, not Six Sisters. I'm so sorry I mess up my words all the time. But look, I've already got all those in there. This huge journal, which has like 40 pages in it, and it still lays flat. Look. Is that awesome? I had no plan for this. I put it together, I had no plan. Which, don't do that. I'm not suggesting that you do that at all. And this is a cute little tuck spot. Look. See? So what, like I said, I had no plan for it, but when I got to the end, I thought, I'm just gonna wrap that right around. And I did. And I just left the top open for a tuck spot. That's it so far, folks. So, here's our little project for today. Well, I did show you these, so I'm going to pull them out just in case you want to make one. And if you would like a tutorial on this, just go to Rachel at Roxy Creations or Heather on Rose Hill Paper Cottage, okay? And they'll show you how to make these. They're very simple, actually. I just showed you how to do it, and you could mass make those all day long with anything. So that is today's video. I'll move these away because really today's video was about my collage board. So let me move these out of the way. But I think they came out cute. And can you see the difference with the matte medium? It just gives it a little bit of more, it just really brings out that color. Let me find something with that color in it. Like this has this color in it. So can you see the difference? It just really pops. The blue, the pink, pops that as opposed to this. It pops the brown. It just really, boom, brings it alive. Look at this. It just really brought that out in this little piece of doily here. So I love them. Thank you, Carol Laws, for the idea that you gave me on using the doilies on my collage boards. I think it is brilliant, and I'll be making a lot more. So that's it for today's video. I'm sorry to have been chatty Cathy. Didn't mean to be, but I did. Sometimes that happens. So until next time, everybody, be well. Let's put her on here. And her on here. Here we go. So until next time, be well, be safe, and God bless. I love y'all so much. Thank you very much. I'll catch up on my comments real soon. Okay? Bye-bye, y'all.